Hi everyone, so this is Ishan Gupta. Welcome back to my channel, and this is another video in which I'll be discussing about the company Accenture, which visited VIT in the year 2023 to 2024 for hiring for software engineers, for the company Accenture itself. So this is a very big company, and it has in VIT. If I talk about VIT, it hires a lot of students. For those who are watching from VIT, that it's a good opportunity to take part in this selection process, because it hires a lot of students, like approximately close to 100 to 150 students every year Accenture hires from VIT. So let's start the video. So first of all, I'd like to tell you about the company. Accenture PLC is an Irish-American professional service company based in Dublin and specializing in IT services and consulting. A Fortune Global 500 company, it reports revenues of $64 billion in 2023, visited different campuses all over India for hiring. So for those who are watching it from different campuses apart from VIT, there also it conducts its hiring drives, and it's hiring students in good amounts. The eligibility criteria, I won't read the entire eligibility criteria, but yeah, the student should be from BTech, MTech or stuff like that, and should be having at least a 6.5 CGPA in the college life. And you can check it out, the eligibility criteria. You can screenshot and check it out later. Now coming to the selection process, so the company basically visited the VIT campus in the month of July in 2023 for 2022-24 batch. The selection process consisted of 4 rounds: cognitive and technical assessment, coding assessment, communication assessment, and interviews. Now cognitive and technical assessment, so basically a lot of students, because it visited in the month of July, towards the end of July end, so a lot of the students were not placed till that time. So a lot of the students appeared for this particular company, and everyone was eligible to appear for this round. So what Accenture does is basically it calls the students in offline mode, and this entire process was offline mode except the interviews. So they call, and they have basically cognitive and technical assessment, in which they have 4 different sections, I guess, in which aptitude is there, and coding questions are there, MCQs are there, English proficiency is there, and stuff like that. All of those are MCQs. You need to clear each and every section in a given timeline, like for example 90 minutes and 90 questions. No negative marking is there. You need to clear that's this particular section, cognitive and technical assessment, and then you are eligible to move for the second round. For that, it is the coding assessment round, and that decision comes on spot on the computer screen itself. That if you are eligible, then it says successfully you have crossed the cognitive and technical assessment round, and if you are not eligible, then it says unfortunately we won't be proceeding with your profile and stuff like that. So after you complete this cognitive and technical assessment, which is mostly basic level MCQs, you will go to coding assessment round, in which there will be 45 minutes, 2 questions. You can use the following languages: C, C++, Java, Python, .NET, and this is also obviously an elimination round. And in this particular round, what happens is there are 2 questions, and one is a little towards a little easy level, and one is towards the medium level. Some of the folks in the who appeared for the process got both the questions as easy. Some of the folks who appeared got one question as easy and one question as medium. So it depends basically on your luck, that if you are going to appear, so if the questions are going to come easy or not. But I guess that if you have a good hands-on practice on lead code medium questions, so you will be able to solve these 2 questions. And those who after the coding assessment, we are basically allowed to go home, and home, or basically the hostels in our case, and the result comes after a few days for the communication assessment. So what is the communication assessment? There are very few companies who have this particular round, communication assessment round, and after the process of coding assessment, 318 students were only shortlisted for communication assessment round. In this, candidate will receive the communication test link 1 day prior to the given date. So what is in this round, what happens is they give you paragraphs to read and some stuff to answer according to you. For example, they'll give you a certain topic, and you need to speak for 2 minutes continuously on that topic. And what are the this is basically for testing out your English proficiency. Some answers have to be written out on the spot, so stuffs like that. And this round is also very important, so please don't take it lightly, that everybody would get cleared from this round. Although there is a less chances of elimination, but still there is a chance of elimination. And during the internship time especially, I observed that a lot of students got eliminated in this round. But during the placement time which I am talking about in this video. There were a very few folks who got eliminated, but yeah, give this round with utter seriousness. And moving forward with the interviews. So in the interviews, what happened was like there were 301 students shortlisted for the interviews out of 318 new students, and they all cleared the communication assessment round. The interviews of Accenture are not very difficult in nature. They are usually like very friendly and very good. We can say that they only exchange their thoughts among themselves and try to understand how much the student knows and is the student a good learner or not, and stuff like that. So whichever friends who were eligible for interviews, I asked them what are the questions. So most of the questions were related to the projects and the projects they were working on. MLAI folks usually get a bit of a edge in compared to other tech stack students, but yeah, they also have frequently for other tech stacks also. So that is what happens in the interviews. Usually it is approximately 30 to 40 minutes interview usually, and the interviewer is very friendly, and there's not a lot of like we can say questions that are there from coding and stuff like that that are asked in the interview. So after you give the interview, yeah, this is also a hiring flow that I just put it here, that this was the hiring flow which was there in our time. So you can see the dates and stuff like that. And you can see that yeah, on campus physical mode was there in CNT coding assessment, and in the communication assessment was after 4 to 5 days, and then the interviews were scheduled. Interviews were online. Final selection list came out, I guess, after a month later of the interviews. Like Accenture takes time to evaluate the students and then give out the final results. The final selection list consisted of 135 students only, so you can see the significant drop. But yeah, in 2023 you can also say that there was a recession, so the companies were restricted to hire in mass numbers. But yeah, Accenture approximately hires 150 to 160 students usually in the campus, but yeah, that time it hired only 135 students. The process was for a full-time role, not for internship. All over the process was really smooth and quick. The people from Accenture were very supportive during the entire process, as given the feedback by the students who appeared for the interviews. So yeah, that's all that I know about Accenture and its selection process. Thank you, and if you have any questions, do drop a comment. I'll be really happy to answer them, and do subscribe for this channel, because I'm going to make a lot of videos in the coming months and in the coming time, where I'll be talking about different companies. Like there are approximately 50, 60, 100 companies which I have prepared the content for, and they are going to definitely come on my channel. And if you wish to see that what are the tips that I would like to give and what are the tips that I have gained from the persons who get selected in that particular company, you should definitely subscribe my channel. And so that's it from my side. If you have any doubt, just comment out. I'll definitely be happy to answer them. So yeah, meet in the next video. Thank you. Bye.